Welcome to today's class. Today we will discuss the chapter electrochemistry. First, what is meant by electrochemistry, or how we can define electrochemistry. Electrochemistry is the branch of chemistry dealing with the generation or the production of electrical energy from chemical reaction and the use of that electrical energy to bring about non-spontaneous reaction to spontaneous reaction. That means the branch of chemistry dealing with the study of generation of electricity from chemical reaction, and this chemical reaction is redox in nature. Using this electricity, what is happening? Non-spontaneous reactions have been made spontaneous. This is what is called as electrochemistry. So electrochemistry is the branch of chemistry dealing with the generation or production of electricity as a result of chemical reaction and the conversion of, using that electricity, non-spontaneous reactions can be converted to spontaneous. What is meant by redox reaction? Redox reaction means reactions in which there occurs the simultaneous occurrence of both oxidation and reduction. If in a chemical reaction oxidation and reduction are taking place simultaneously, such reactions can be called by the name redox reaction. So as a result of redox reaction, chemical energy has been converted to electrical energy. Use of that electrical energy is for the conversion of non-spontaneous reaction to spontaneous reaction. Redox reactions are those reactions in which there is the simultaneous occurrence of both oxidation and reduction. So electrochemistry deals with redox reactions. What is the peculiarity of redox reactions? Redox reactions are those reactions in which there occurs oxidation and reduction simultaneously. And as a result of that redox reaction, that means as a result of that chemical reaction, electrical energy will be produced. And that electrical energy we can use for the conversion of non-spontaneous reaction to spontaneous reaction. So the next term is non-spontaneous reaction. What is meant by non-spontaneous? Reactions which takes place only with the help of an external agency are said to be non-spontaneous. That means either we have to supply energy or extra conditions has to be supplied or has to be applied or has to be maintained for their occurrence. Such reactions are said to be non-spontaneous reactions. Spontaneous reaction means natural process, normally occurring without the help of any external agency. If a reaction is taking place, such a reaction can be called by the name spontaneous reaction. So majority of the reactions are non-spontaneous. In order to convert non-spontaneous to spontaneous, we have to supply energy. So electrochemistry is the branch of chemistry dealing with the production of electrical energy as a result of redox reaction. And this electrical energy produced as a result of this redox reaction can be utilized for the conversion of non-spontaneous reaction to spontaneous reaction. Next term is electrochemical cell. Electrochemical cell. What is meant by electrochemical cell? It is a device used for the conversion of chemical energy to electrical energy. As a result of chemical reaction, chemical energy will be produced and that chemical energy can be converted to electrical energy. Devices used for that purpose can be called by the name electrochemical cell. Best example is Daniell cell. Daniell cell is a best example of an electrochemical cell. Then how can we explain this Daniell cell? Daniell cell consists of zinc rod dipped in zinc sulfate solution and a copper rod dipped in copper sulfate solution. So, Daniell cell consists of two electrodes. They are zinc electrode and copper electrode. Zinc electrode is dipped in zinc sulfate and copper electrode is dipped in copper sulfate. So there is a term known as electrode. What is meant by electrode? Electrode means any metal rod which allows the passage of energy can be called as an electrode. Any metal rod, whether it can be copper, aluminum, iron, whatever may be, any metal rod, if it allows the passage of energy, then that metal rod can be called by the name electrode. So, copper electrode dipped in copper sulfate solution, zinc electrode dipped in zinc sulfate solution. Then these two are interconnected by means of a bent U-tube. A bent U-tube is used to connect between this part as well as this part. So zinc rod dipped in zinc sulfate can be called as a half cell. Copper rod dipped in copper sulfate can be called another half cell. Half plus half gives cell. So best example for an electrochemical cell is Daniell cell, which consists of zinc rod dipped in zinc sulfate and copper rod dipped in copper sulfate. Zinc rod dipped in zinc sulfate is one half cell and copper rod dipped in copper sulfate is another half cell. These two half cells have been interconnected by means of a bent U-tube, and this bent U-tube is known as salt bridge. So salt bridge is a bent U-tube filled with either KCl or KNO3 or K2SO4 along with agar-agar or gelatin. So salt bridge is a bent U-tube filled with either KCl, KNO3 or K2SO4 along with either agar-agar or gelatin. So what is the purpose or function of this salt bridge? First function is it connects the two half cells. Connection, that means connecting this half cell with another half cell. That is, it is used as an interconnector between the two halves of the two half cells. Interconnector of the two half cells. That is the first function of salt bridge. Then what is the second function? It maintains the electrical neutrality between the two half cells. Normally we know zinc sulfate. Zinc sulfate exists as Zn2 plus and SO4 2 minus. And there is a chance for the aggregation of SO4 2 minus ions around the zinc rod and prevents the further reaction. So if salt bridge is there, that aggregation will not take place. So it maintains electrical neutrality. So salt bridge is a bent glass tube. It completes the inner circuit. Second one, prevents the transference of electrolyte from one half cell to another. That means third one is it maintains electrical neutrality. So Three functions are there for this U-shaped tube known as bent glass tube, known as U-tube, known as the salt bridge. It's a U-shaped tube, that is a bent glass tube, filled with KCl, KNO3 or K2SO4 along with agar-agar or gelatin. That salt bridge has got three main functions. They are, it interconnects or it connects the two half cells. Second is, prevents the transference of electrolyte from one cell to another. Third one is, it maintains electrical neutrality. Then question may arise, what is happening to this half cell and what is happening to this half cell? We know zinc rod dipped in zinc sulfate, where zinc is the electrode and zinc sulfate is the electrolyte. So what is happening? Zinc is undergoing a change. Zinc is losing 2 electrons and becoming zinc ion. Similarly, copper ion will accepting the 2 electrons and is changing to copper. And the net reaction is Zn plus Cu2 plus giving Zn2 plus C. This is the overall reaction. So zinc changing to zinc ion, copper ion changing to copper. So zinc changing to zinc ion. That means zinc has lost 2 electrons. This process is called as oxidation. Copper ion changes to copper. This is known as reduction. So loss of electron is oxidation and gain of electron is reduction. Here zinc has lost 2 electrons. That means zinc has undergone oxidation. Here copper has gained 2 electrons. So we can say copper has undergone reduction. The electrode that undergo oxidation is regarded as anode, and the electrode which undergoes reduction can be called as cathode. Then how we can represent this cell? First of all, anode followed by its electrolytic solution, then comes salt bridge, cathode, its electrolytic solution. This is the normal representation of a cell. Here zinc is the anode. Why? Because it is losing electron. Copper is regarded as cathode. Why? Because it is gaining electron. So zinc electron, its electrolytic solution, 2 lines indicate salt bridge. So salt bridge, copper salt. So what is happening to this half cell? Zinc rod dipped in zinc sulfate. Zinc is losing 2 electrons. That means it is undergoing oxidation. And as a result of oxidation, a potential is generated, and that potential is known as oxidation potential. And as a result of reduction, a potential is generated, and that potential is called as reduction potential. So oxidation potential along with the reduction potential is called as the cell potential. So what is cell potential? It is nothing but the summing of oxidation potential and reduction potential, because oxidation and reduction are taking place simultaneously. So only we are calling it as a redox reaction. So as a result of oxidation, the potential generated can be called by the name oxidation potential, and as a result of reduction, a potential will be generated, and that potential can be called by the name reduction potential. Oxidation potential and the reduction potential together we can call it as the cell potential. Then how can we calculate this cell potential? Cell potential is normally represented by the letter E cell. E cell is equal to E right minus E left, or E cathode minus E anode. Potential of the right hand electrode minus potential of the left hand electrode will give the potential of the cell. Potential of the cathode minus potential of the anode will give the potential of the cell. So E cell is equal to E right minus E left. R denotes, represents right, and capital L represent left. So E right minus E left is equal to E cell, or we can consider it as E cathode minus potential of the cathode minus potential of anode. This is the way we can find the E or the EMF or the potential of the cell. How much energy, electrical energy, has been produced as a result of a chemical reaction can be easily calculated using the equation. Potential of the cell, E cell is equal to E right minus E left, or E cathode minus E anode. That is what it says. Then, this is cell potential. There is another term known as standard electrode potential, represented as E0. E0 cell. What is E0 cell? Standard electrode potential. What is meant by standard electrode potential? Standard electrode potential means potential of the electrodes at standard conditions. Which are the standard conditions? It is 298 Kelvin, 1 bar pressure and 1 molar concentration. If the temperature is maintained at 298 Kelvin and pressure is maintained at 1 bar pressure, and if the concentration of the electrolyte is 1 molar, then potential of the cell at that moment can be called by the name standard electrode potential. So standard electrode potential is the potential at the standard conditions of 298 Kelvin, 1 bar pressure and 1 molar concentration. This is about the electrochemical cell. So what we have discussed today? First we have seen the definition of electrochemistry, the branch of chemistry dealing with the study of or generation of electrical energy by redox reaction. And the generated electricity can be used for the conversion of non-spontaneous to spontaneous. Then we have said about electrochemical cell, device for the conversion of chemical energy to electrical energy. Then we have discussed Daniell cell, example of an electrochemical cell, and its overall chemical reaction as Zn plus Zn Cu2 plus giving Zn2 plus C. Then salt to bridge. It has got 3 functions. Then we have said oxidation potential, then reduction potential. Normally the cell potential represented as E cell, which can be given by the equation E right minus E left, or E cathode minus E anode. Then we have discussed standard electrode potential, represented as E0 cell. It is a potential of the cell at standard conditions of 298 Kelvin, 1 bar pressure and 1 molar concentration. So we have seen 2 half cells constitute a cell. The half cell in which oxidation takes place is called oxidation half cell, and the half cell in which reduction takes place is called reduction half cell. Oxidation half cell and reduction half cell together constitute the cell. So normally we may have a doubt. How much potential has been generated as a result of oxidation? Or how much potential has been generated as a result of reduction? We know 1 half cell alone cannot produce current. Why? There is somebody to lose and there should be somebody to gain. 1 hand alone cannot produce sound. When we are clapping with 2 hands alone will produce sound. Just like that, the left hand electrode and the right hand electrode together constitute the cell. So how we can calculate the potential of the right hand electrode? Or how we can calculate the potential of the left hand electrode? For that, we are seeking the help of an electrode known as a reference electrode. For calculating the half cell potential of an electrochemical cell, we can use a reference electrode. What is the peculiarity of this reference electrode? Electrodes whose potential is arbitrarily taken as 0 is regarded as a reference electrode. Simply says electrode whose potential is 0. That means nothing is happening over there. Such a reference electrode is standard hydrogen electrode. So standard hydrogen electrode is a reference electrode with the help of which we can calculate the half cell potential of an electrochemical cell. Then what is standard hydrogen electrode? Standard hydrogen electrode consists of a platinum rod coated with platinum black, platinum electrode coated with platinum black, dipped in HCl of 1 molar concentration, through which hydrogen gas at 1 atmospheric pressure is bubbled. This constitutes standard hydrogen electrode. I am repeating once again. Platinum rod coated with platinum black, dipped in HCl of 1 molar concentration, through which hydrogen gas of 1 atmospheric pressure is bubbled. This is what is called as standard hydrogen electrode. Platinum rod coated with platinum black, immersed in HCl of 1 molar concentration, through which hydrogen gas of 1 atmospheric pressure is bubbled. This arrangement can be regarded as standard hydrogen electrode. With the help of this standard hydrogen electrode, we can calculate the half cell potential of any electrochemical cell. For example, the Daniel cell, that means zinc rod dipped in zinc sulfate. Here we are taking standard hydrogen electrode, interconnected by means of solvent. So what is happening? Zinc is losing electron. That means undergoing oxidation. So net is 0. Why? Because no potential is there for this standard hydrogen electrode. So whatever potential generated will be the potential of this half cell. In that way we can calculate the half cell potential of an electrochemical cell. So standard hydrogen electrode can be used as a reference electrode for the calculation of the half cell potential of any electrochemical cell, and it consists of platinum rod coated with platinum black, dipped in HCl of 1 molar concentration, through which hydrogen gas of 1 atmospheric pressure is bubbled. Used for calculating the half cell potential of an electrochemical cell.